What is up, guys? Houston Hydreigon here, back bringing you guys another video. And today, guys, we're going to be talking about the Infinite Warfare beta, and I'm here basically to review the Infinite Warfare beta. And this is different from my usual content. I usually post Overwatch, Rocket League, any other game except for Call of Duty on this channel. But this time I'll give it an exception because it is a pretty popular game, so I'm going to review it, and let me know what you guys think in the comment section. We're going to be separating this review into 4 different sections. I'm going to be reviewing it in the terms of the launch, which is very important for a beta, the gun balancing, the maps, and the connection. So without further ado, let's get right into the review. Now, going into the review, I had to keep a positive mind because everybody had a negative connotation towards this game before it even launched, and around the trailer had a record dislikes, and it was ridiculous. Everybody was hating on this game, and you know, I guess it's kind of warranted since they did go further into the future when everybody basically wanted it at least either modern or in the past. And basically they were already working on this game 3 years ago, back when everybody wanted to go to the future, so they couldn't change directions now. It was too late. They were already way into the game, so they promised it would be a good game. They've been working on it for 3 years, and I had to keep an open mind to it. I couldn't just judge it because it was in the future. I couldn't be like it's going to be garbage, even have had the movement system. So I went in with an open mind. Now, with the open mind, I came in with the beta. Now, the beta was supposed to launch at 10 a.m. on the date that it was supposed to launch. I forgot what day it was. I think it was a Friday. It was at 10. Now, when it did hit 10 o'clock, it obviously did not launch. We kept getting the Lumen error. Everybody was getting the Lumen error. Only some people were able to get even into the menu of the game. So this went around for like 3 hours where we couldn't even go into the menu of the game. We went in after got in like around 1, and people were only probably able to get into 2 games, play it for a while, didn't even get a feel for the game until the servers crashed right back down, and basically it was a disastrous beta. Activision should know that they have a lot of fans. They know that they're going to have a lot of people playing their game. They should be putting more budget into the servers than they actually do into like anything like supply jobs, I guess. So basically you got to open a supply job before you could even probably find a game, which is pretty sad since everybody does make fun of these supply job things. Like everybody's like, oh, this comment's disabled because you have to get into the supply job or anything like that. So everybody was joking on Infinity Ward and Activision, so this is what they get because they should be able to at least have smooth running servers. So the beta on the launch, basically it was so we're not off to a good start now since the launch was pretty bad, but let's move on to the gun balance. Now, the guns didn't seem extremely OP. I thought they were pretty decent. There wasn't any standout weapons. The only standout weapon I would think is the Karma, which felt pretty good. I think it stood out just a little bit over every other gun, but I don't think it was incredibly OP. And the grenades and lethals, look, the lethals and the tacticals is where the game really shines. I think they put a lot of emphasis into these lethals and tacticals, whether that's good or bad. On my opinion, I simply wanted a nade in the stun, and I think that would be great, but instead they would put like a bouncing Betty stun and a fucking like remote controlled grenade. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, the grenades are out of this world. It's up to you to believe if you like them or not. On my opinion, I think they're kind of a force. I think they should have just put a regular nade in it, trying to be super duper innovative to where it's like it loses its roots. And I think that, yeah, the guns are pretty decent. The only problem I have I don't have a problem with the specialist or the combat rigs that they call them now, because you don't earn them as fast as you do in Black Ops 3, but still, when you do get them, they are monsters. You can rip teams apart with the Claw, which is one of the combat rigs, or whenever you turn into that dog, which is the Synaptic rig. I think that's pretty OP, but other than that, I think it's not terribly bad. It basically feels like Ghost, add Black Ops 3 movement on it. That's what Infinite Warfare feels like right now. Now we got 4 maps as of recording this beta, which is Precinct, Frontier, Frost, and Throwback. Now, my favorite to me was Frontier and Frost. I think those were good to decent maps at first. I didn't really like how small Frontier was. It was pretty small. It was in a spaceship. Bodies were flying all over the place. I was like, what the fuck? They were floating. I was shooting at floating bodies. It was ridiculous. But once you get to know the map a little better, then you start really enjoying the map. I think that it plays pretty well once you know how to actually maneuver around the map. There's a sniping like lane in there. It's a 3-lane map, and then you have 1 lane on the bottom. I think it's a pretty good map. Frost is actually another 3-lane map. It's the B flag's in the middle. You know, it's a pretty simple, straightforward map. There's 3 lanes. Most of the fighting is around the B flag, and I think it's pretty decent. I have no complaints about that map. Now the maps I do have complaint about is Throwback. Now Throwbacks, for some reason, on just one side of spawn where it's really active, and the other side of that active as the other side. I don't know how, but like it's just like it feels cluttered in the middle, so everybody eventually starts just running on the sides going to the spawns, and it just leads to like spawn battles. Like it's kind of weird, and the spawns are always flipping. So I think that they should work on the spawns on that map, and I don't know, I didn't really like that map. It didn't really suit the movement system that well. And the last map, Precinct, I think Precinct, it felt like a advanced warfare map for some reason. There was a lot of like big buildings there, and I think it was some line of sights. There were some close quarter fights. I think it's not a bad map, but it could have definitely been better in some aspects. Now the last category, guys, I'm going to be talking about is connection. Now the connection, basically Infinity Ward really has a really good track record of having very good connection on all their games. Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, Ghost, like they all had good connections. Even if they were, in your opinion, if they were good or bad games, they still had really good connection, which is something I appreciated about Ghost. And basically connection returns in this game, so you don't feel like, you know, you were killed for bullshit because a fucking bullet traveled around the corner. You don't feel like that. The connection is good, everything runs smooth. You don't see anybody flying all over the place because of lag. I think the game runs smooth. The only problem I have with is the hit markers, which is actually a game mechanic, it's not the connection. I think the hit markers don't sound very good. I think they could have made the hit markers sound better, so you know, it actually feels like you're actually fucking shooting the guy. But that's about it, guys. I think to me, it's a good game if it was released 2 years ago, but since we've seen this over and over again now, I think it's a pretty underwhelming beta, considering that Infinity Ward did have 3 years to work on this, and it basically feels like another Black Ops 3, but just dumbed down. It feels like like the poor man's version of Black Ops 3. I think Infinity Ward could have definitely done way better than they did on this game, and I don't really think that the game is gonna last as long as people think that it is, because it basically feels like Black Ops 3. But that's just my opinion, guys. Leave a comment in the comment section on what you guys think. Do you guys think they should add better maps? Do you guys think that they should extend the beta just a little longer? As of right now, it's only going until Tuesday, so yeah, that's it, guys. So tell me what you guys think in the comment section, and I'll catch you guys in the video. Also, guys, if you guys want to see more content, I actually post a lot of Overwatch on this channel, so if you guys really like Overwatch, I suggest you guys check out my channel. I post, you know, news, I post gameplay, so just check it out, guys. Anyways, I'll catch you guys in the next video.